Hi everybody, it's Carla. Welcome back to the Happy Bookmaker, or if it's your first time, welcome. So today we're going to do a quick and easy video. My midweek videos are a little bit shorter, and then I do the longer ones on Friday. So I did this little idea book last week, and which I'm using, by the way, and it did prompt me to kind of come up with some other ideas, because I thought, wouldn't this be great for like a little travel planner, like pamphlet sort of thing, something to put in your like your boarding pass, your reservation numbers, tickets, just anything that you need to take along for a trip to keep you organized. And I get it, most people use their phones for their boarding passes nowadays, and Apple Wallet and all that stuff. But I like having a paper copy, because I just feel like, and it's happened to me where my phone hasn't been the most, reliable in that case. And so, like, what if your battery goes dead? What if you drop your phone somewhere? What if you drop it in the lake, or you drop it in the toilet, which maybe has happened to me, maybe not. And, just anything. It could be anything. But I think you always have to have a separate copy of some sort. At least I feel that way. And if you don't, maybe it's not the video for you. So let's get started. So with the same principle of this little booklet, very, very simple, using a sheet of scrapbook paper and plain white paper, we're going to construct a couple of little, I don't really know what to call them, vacation planning folders or something like that. So what I based the size on was the approximate size of a boarding pass. This is a fake one that I just printed. It's like a little template. And they're supposedly around 7 3/4 inches by 3 1/4 or something, but I'm sure that there are differences. And even if you don't have an actual boarding pass, like I always print out the one, you can print out your boarding pass, and then, you can fold it up and stick it in the pocket or whatever. So that's kind of where the size came from. So let me show you the one that I completed. And I bet you can't guess where this little guy might be going to. One of my favorite places in the world, which I plan to go again someday. So this is 4 by 8. Again, kind of going off of the size of that boarding pass. And then in the inside, very simple, I've just folded the paper up to give us a little pocket. And maybe you have a boarding pass in here. Maybe, like back in the day, they used to send you your room to these little cards ahead of time. I don't know if they still do that. And then we've got some pages of just list making, to-dos checklist. Maybe you have a packing checklist. How about your confirmation numbers? I think that is something that I will really be using. Plans and events that you think that you want to attend, or you've already planned on attending. Reservations. And I think it's always good to have somewhere in your luggage or somewhere on your body, emergency contacts. And then just a few pages. This one I kind of left a few pages just for whatever notes. And in the back pocket, if you wanted to have your passport, your driver's license, whatever you use for traveling. Now this got a little snug because the passport itself is 3 1/2 inches. And of course, we've got it glued here. So I'm gonna make the next one, I've cut the next one to be a little bit bigger so that pocket is not so tight. And then we've got our little bag. You might wanna stick a little pen in here, or a pencil, clicky pencil, so if you wanna change your plans at any point. And we can tie it up and make it nice and snug. And again, this is just scrapbook paper. It is not cardstock. You could use cardstock. To me, like if you're using it just for this one time, I don't think it has to be that sturdy. But another thing that's cool about this, if you have memory albums or scrapbooks, when you get home, you can take this little guy and stick it right in your scrapbook, and everything is right in there. So that is the completed one. And I'm going to be stealing some stuff out of here, so I'm going to open it back up. So another place that I want to go, and I've been to before, is Hawaii. So, you know, the way I figure it, you know, the saying, if you build it, they will come. I figure if I make these, I will go. So that's my plan. So anyway, so I'm actually going to do two other ones. And the reason being, this one is going to be wide enough for the passport. And then this one, I wanted to do it a little bit longer and skinnier, and you'll see why. Let's go back to this little guy here. This is stapled. So in order to have it stapled, your stapler has to be able to reach to the middle, which in this one, with my particular staple, it did not reach. So we're gonna do that with old school, you know, with our, you know, our thread and our awl and everything. But, and then I also did like a little strip of decorative paper over the edge to cover up the staples. So this will be done with, like I said, old school. And then this one though, because I was able to make it skinnier and do side pockets, we're gonna be able to staple that paper in there, which is so easy. So let's get started with this guy. All right, so going off of the other book and the other dimensions, instead of, well, let's see, let's start with this. So I'm still at about 8 inches. It could be longer, shorter, whatever you want it to be. And for the width, I've gone for each little pocketed area about 4 1/4. And that's gonna give just a little bit of room to glue it along the side and stick that passport in there, which personally, I like using my passport instead of my driver's license because my picture is far, far better in my passport, and I'd rather show that one off. So I did 8 inches plus about 3. So we've got 11 inches this way, and then a total of about 8 1/2 inches this way. I pre-folded it to save some time. And now we just get to start gluing. So let's use this glue. I want it to be nice and sturdy. Oh, it's stuck on there. Nice and sturdy so that nothing falls out of our pocket. You see, I kind of, I had to fold it a few times to get it exactly where I wanted it. But it's just for me when I go to Hawaii the next time, which I don't know. Could be any day, you never know. So I'm gonna fold this down. By the way, Hawaii is like, it really is paradise. It's my very favorite place that I've ever been. It's amazing, it's amazing. Okay, need my towel, got a little glue on me. Okay, so we're gonna fold that down. And I've pre-cut my papers to 8 by 8. Knowing that it's going to fit perfectly. It's going to, you know, the cover is going to overlap slightly on this because these are a little bit longer, but that's okay. The pages are going to fit nicely inside. So now I'm going to take my 2 8 by 8s. It's going to be one signature, basically. And we're going to fold that over. I mean, these are super easy. And depending on the size that you make your little folder, that will determine the size of your pages. And now we're gonna just take this and we have to do our thread. And I'm just gonna use upholstery thread on this because it's, you know, it's a pretty light little pamphlet. It doesn't really need to be anything more, you know, extravagant than that. I think the thick wax thread is great, but I just don't think it's necessary. So I'm going 3 times the booklet. Got my little needle here. Let's see here. It's still a fairly, I don't know if you can see that. Really hard to see. It's not a huge headed needle, but for what I'm doing, it doesn't have to be because I'm going to do really small holes. I'm going to do 1/16 inch holes. And I probably have to use my awl for the center hole again. So I get that in there. Okay. let's make some holes. They're stuck. Okay. Let me just use a clip to kind of hold this in on one side at least. I just like to use these binder clips to just kind of keep it from getting too loosey-goosey here. All right. So this is my 1/16 inch punch. I think I got this on Amazon. I got a couple of them, but the 1/8 is like off, so I wasn't able to use it. And I'm gonna try to like loosen the screw and fix that, but I have another 1/8, so it's, you know, it's fine. So I'm gonna go in about, use pen here. I'm gonna go in about an inch. No, it's a little bit off here. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I'm going about an inch. So it's going to be right here. And right here. And then, I don't know, somewhere in the middle, which is going to be around, so I forgot, 4 1/4. Okay, 4 1/4. Okay. Easy peasy. And because this is so thin, I'm going to be able to go through all of this, the signature and the little folder, all at one time. So it's going to be like half the work. So let's see. Can you see that? Let's go through. Ta-da. And there's no way that's going to fit in there, so I'm going to have to come back with the awl, but that's okay. Our little awl works just fine. Little tiny hole. And there's my little guy. He's going to go right in here. I've got my mat here and got my 3 holes. Looks pretty good. Huh? Okay, and I think I'm going to do let the strings be on the inside of the booklet. So that means I'm going to start at the inside, go down through the middle, barely fits through there, come up the top. Oh, whoops. Okay. Where'd you go? Okay, come up the top. And I'm leaving a nice tail. And back down through this hole. I probably have way too much thread here. And then back up through our middle hole. Just gotta find it. Where'd you go? Okay. Where'd you go? There we go. And so now I want to go, see, that's very easy to have happen, to go through your existing tail. You want to try to avoid that. Okay, so I'm going to go up here. And so now I've got a tail on each side. I have a lot of thread. That's okay. So we're going to pull it nice and snug. I mean, I pulled it too tight there for a second. And then just to look on the outside, you know, it's just like white thread on the outside that you can't even see. And I won't have to cover that spine. You could, but to me, it doesn't bother me at all having those little strings show up on the outside. And pull it nice and snug. Flip it around. Do it again. And one more time. I see I got a little thread in there. There we go. Nails. Come on. Cooperate. Okay. All right. And then you could even do a cute little bow if you wanted to. I'll just do a little bow here. Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to cut that off. Okay. And there we go. So now we have our little signature in. So obviously for Hawaii, I was thinking pineapples are ideal, right? They're kind of perfect. And I have some cute little stickers to put in them. Oops. My I moved my signature move. I bumped the camera. Okay, so now let's do our stickers. Well, actually, no. Let's do our little page labels first. I printed these off on the computer. For the other one, I did like, sort of a font that, it's not the exact Disney font, but it's a, oh, I'm sorry, I'm up too high. But it's a font that definitely looks Disney-ish. So I went with that. You don't have to do this. And the last one that we do, I'm going to handwrite them in. None of this is necessary. This is just me, getting excited about traveling. So in this one, I did font that was sort of, to me, kind of fit like kind of a tropical kind of theme. All right, so let's do our to-dos checklist. We're just going to use glue stick for this. And a little piece of paper to do this on. To do. You don't have to do any of these things, but I just think it's really fun. To-dos. And that could be, make sure to, confirm with the pet sitter, make sure they have the key, or somebody's doing this, or somebody's watering the plants, or whatever. I do these kinds of things just on a regular notepad usually, but I mean, how fun is this? Okay, let's see. We've got, how about, we better do our packing checklist. Now I have glue all over my fingers. Packing checklist. Always do one of those. You don't want to forget that bathing suit. That sunscreen, whatever, your vitamins, whatever. Confirmation numbers. And of course your list might be completely different than my list. So we are, I shouldn't say we, not all of us, but me and one of my sons are kind of like nerds. Like, we plan everything out, and like sometimes type it up and highlight things and stuff like that when we travel, because we just love the whole process. And that's kind of sort of where this whole idea came from. And plans and events. Okay. And right there. And emergency contacts. Here, we'll just put this on. I'm going to put it on the very back page. And this one. And there's that. Ta-da! There's our little pages. Okay. Now we can do some decorating. So now I'm all sticky. Okay. So I found this cute little stamp. And it says, a trip to. And we know where we're going. So I'm just going to ink this up in an ink that is going to coordinate nicely with this. I'm sure people that travel all the time are looking at me like, are you crazy? Doing all that? But I just think it's fun. A trip to, and I found these little stickers in my stash. And where is Hawaii? Oh, it's right there. A trip to, it's very, very little, Hawaii. So I'm going to put that right there, right in the middle of that little pineapple. Okay, and now we can just do a little bit of decorating. Oh, how about, please tell me this is all one word. No, they're not. Oh my gosh. Okay, we may not do all of these. They're all like separate little stickers, but clearly, and I might just come back in and do this, because I'm going to go there. Totally going to go there. this little guy, boy, these are down. These are down. So this little guy can go here. And we're gonna stick our boarding pass in here. And we're probably gonna be staying at a Wyndham resort. I don't know, you never know. And let's see what else we got here. Maybe a little fishy on this one. I got these in like a grab bag. I think they could be a tad old and that's why they're sticking so hard. That little fishy guy right here. You don't have to decorate it all. You certainly don't have to decorate every page, but we're just gonna do a few. Let's do something on the back pocket like we did on the Disney one. Let's see here. It's got little sparklies on it. I'm gonna put him there. There. And I got some shells. Yeah, where should we put it? I'll put it down here. A little shell. And what's this here? Another little shell. Put him up here. Oops. And let's see. I do kind of want to do this little chair. A little chair. And this little umbrella and sun. Let's see. Oh, I did it too low. That's okay. It's stuck to my finger. Ta-da! Oh, he's folded over. There we go. These are very fragile. And I'm just throwing a couple more. And this guy's just about done. What is that? Oh, I think that must be a lighthouse. I guess that's a lighthouse there. And we'll just do this little guy right here. And I will probably come back and do more later. And a little shell. There's that. And where is, let's see how our passport fits, because that was the whole idea of doing this bigger. And now remember, I just glued the ends. I did not put any glue in the middle. I didn't worry about this. And obviously I didn't glue the top because, you know, we won't be able to stick things in there. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. It's perfect. Oh, we've got one more thing to do. So I'm going to take my 1/8 inch. No, I'm not. I'm going to take my, I'm going to take this little guy. This is my little 1/4 inch punch. Or I guess it's, you know, it's just like the standard little punch. And I'm going to do a little closure on this. Let's see if we can match this up pretty close. Try not to get too close to the edge. So I just did 2 holes. Okay. And then I'm just going to use some pink thread, because that kind of matches. Just cut a little length of it. I can always do more. And then you kind of have to, on my other one, I just kind of took the little pointy part and threaded it through. No, I did this wrong. Okay, here's what I did last time. Okay, now I'm remembering. Okay, so I did it a few days ago. I'm going to go through like this. And then I put like a spot of glue like down in here to sort of hold it. You don't have to do that. I'm going to tie a knot. And then you're going to have like this little, you know, kind of little bump here. And then the ribbon might stick up a little bit. So that's why I did that. And pull it through. You can see that. And stick that down. Okay. And now I have to cut this because this will be going, I'll be doing the same on the other side, and it'll be going across, and I'll leave that long for right now. So we need another one. I swear I can do something and the very next day I completely forgot what I did. Okay, and this goes through the hole again because I want to tie a knot. You could double knot it if you wanted to. I don't want this thing to be too long. I did that wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to just do a knot like this. Did I do it wrong in that one? No, I did it right on that one. Okay. You know, it's Monday morning. I don't think I've had quite enough coffee. Okay. I thought this would be a short one. This might not be as short as I thought, this video. Okay, I'm going to take my passport out. I don't want to get glue on that. And just a little bit of glue right here. Whew. And go like that. And I'm just stick that under there. And I'm going to tuck this under here. That's what I did on the Disney one. Where do you guys like to go? You know, it is, summer is, you know, vacation season, right? It's time to go somewhere. And then I'm gonna do a nice little tie. I'm gonna cut this off, but a nice little tie. And we're gonna cut this off. And you don't even have to have a tie. I just feel like if you're gonna have maybe some important documents in there, you know, you might feel a little bit more secure. Okay, there we go. Hey, we got 2 trips down. We got Disney and we've got Hawaii. Okay, so for the last one, and by the way, you know, like if you're using scrapbook paper for your cover, I mean, these are just papers that I had in stock, but I thought, how fun is this? Las Vegas, Mexico. This just says paradise. That could have been for Hawaii. It could be Mexico. It could be anywhere you think is paradise. New York. I actually should have used that. I'll probably be going there soon. And then there's like these postcard and stamps. Very travel-y. And you know what? It could just be out of plain old paper if you wanted it to be. Okay, so for our last one, I'm doing just kind of a generic look. Like, you know, it can go wherever we're going. So let me see here. We've got our papers here. This is going to be super, super easy because this is going to be a staple book. And let's see here. So this, sorry for the noise. So this is the one where I said we're going to make it a little narrower. So it's 8 inches again. And it's going to be 3 3/4. And the reason I did 3 3/4 was I wanted to make sure that the passport fit in here decently. Again, if you're even going to have a passport. And I'll still have, oops, sorry, bumped the camera. Still have room for my pages. And, you know, but it'll be snug. It'll be nice and snug. So let's start by, well, let's see. And then I also did, well, let's go like this. So I've got 8 inches this way. And we've got, yeah, right at 12 inches going across the page because I've just made sure that I have 3 3/4 here. And then the rest is our little fold. And we can use a bone folder to make that nice and taut. Okay, I'm gonna do just a little glue, and I'm gonna try to get it as close to the edges as I can to, you know, so as not to take away from a lot of our pocket space. So there's that one, and we're gonna fold it over, a little sticky, okay. And then this little guy, this little guy, fold it over. Okay. Now on this one, I'm just gonna do the whole, right, oops, uh-oh, sorry, sorry guys, sorry, catastrophe. All right, I'm gonna do the hole beforehand, and then I can just go through both of them, but this is gonna be the hole for my little closure, and I'm doing an 1/8 inch this time, because I have a really skinny little ribbon, hopefully will fit through here. So, just like that. Hopefully I'll get it through there. If not, we'll be doing a bigger hole. Okay, and then the same 8x8 paper. I'm just gonna fold it in half. This makes me so excited for traveling. I've kind of been holding off choosing where I want to go, but I need a vacation. Okay, stick it in the middle here. Oh, okay, I forgot I made this 8 inches because the others were, okay, we gotta trim it off. Okay, we gotta trim it off. So I just need this, and because my other ones were 8 inches wide. So let's just eyeball it. We can eyeball it, and I'm just gonna do like so. We can have it be whatever we want it to be. Okay. Did I do enough? I might not have done enough. Let's see. I didn't. Okay. Well, I guess that's why you should measure. But I refuse to today. I'm not going to. So, I mean, obviously I should have taken off a full 1/4 inch because because I'm a 1/4 inch less, and I didn't even think of that. And I think I did like an 1/8. So we'll do another 1/8. Okay. Ish. Another 1/8 ish. Okay. So where are we at here? 32 minutes. Not too shabby. Okay. All right. So let me just get this in here to hold our pages down. And here's where the super duper easy part comes. I'm going to first do a middle staple, and you know, just kind of eyeball it. Okay, and then we're going to do this side, and take this off. We can do our final side. Go from this direction. Okay, book is stapled. Book is stapled, yay. And we've got our pockets. Okay, now, where is that little piece of paper? Got a little piece of trim. And you wouldn't have to do this, but this is where the staples are coming through, you know, and it's not gonna hurt anything, but it might be kind of sharp. So I just take a piece of paper, the same length, so it's 8 inches, and I'm just gonna fold it over exactly in half. And this is about an inch maybe? Yeah, so it's 1 1/4 inches. It could be, I wouldn't maybe go smaller than that, but you could definitely go larger than that, because you want it to fit nicely around your book, your little pamphlet. And we're just gonna glue that little guy on there, like so. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Okay, just get your glue. Go like this. Get it nice and glued on there. I probably overdid it. It's probably gonna be squirting out all over. There's that. All right. And that is going to be nice and secure. And it also adds, like, you know, a teeny tiny bit more stability. And again, this is like a one-time use, right? Or maybe not, maybe not. Okay, get the glue off my hands. So I've got some, let's see, these are like little, they're not stickers, but they're little punch outs. And we're just gonna stick some of these in here. I could even do a trip to on that one, couldn't I? Even though we don't know where we're going in this one. Where did our stamp go? Wipe some of that red off of there. But you could, when you know where you're going, do that. Ta-da! Okay. Because you wouldn't want to forget where you're going. Okay, these are just like little flat punch outs. This is kind of cool. It could even be, you know, you could even write some little notes on there. There really isn't going to be room to put anything over here because this is going to be taking up, you know, it's going to be taken up, I should say, with, you know, a boarding pass or whatever you've got going in here. So, this is a little bit short. Might have to make it a little bit longer than 8 inches. Again, this is like a fake one. So, and I think I got too much glue on it. So I would probably make it a little bit longer, or, you know, just find out exactly how big your airline ticket is, or your boarding pass. So let's glue this little guy down. He's cute. And maybe this is where you write your first little page title. Yeah, like that. That. And let's put this little guy on the next page. You could get all fancy and ink your pages if you wanted to. This is just like a little, it's like a little mini brochure with a palm tree on it. We got some tickets here. Oh no, that's money. Oh, we got money. Okay. Well, you gotta have money, I guess. Okay. So let's do some money down here. And do that. Oh, upside down. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, we got some money. And let's see. I'd like to use the airplane, but I don't think it's gonna fit. Let's see if I can get it to fit. No, it's not gonna fit. But I think we're just not gonna be able to use that airplane. That's okay, that's okay. We've got a piece of luggage. You gotta have luggage. Yeah, we're almost filled up anyway here. And there's that. Let's put this little guy here. I see there's a little punch out thing here. Come on, little guy. There. For our handle. He's stuck to me. Okay. All right. Well, I guess he wants to stay with me, so I'm just going to do that. And how about these little cute little postcards? You can put these over here. This is very reminiscent of scrapbooking for me, which I was heavily into starting in the 90s, which is like, what, ancient times now? It feels like it. Here's a little hat. That'll just be our last one. Our little beach hat, I guess, with some sunglasses. And Maybe this one can go up at the top. And got that. Could even be a fishing hat, I guess. Okay, so the last thing we have to do is put our little ribbon through. I've got this little black ribbon. Looks like, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to cut that off. I tried this with one of the bigger holes on the other one, and it just went right through. So we're gonna start over with that, and we're just gonna like kind of fold it up, and I hope it goes through here. Even if you get a hold of part of it. Yeah. And put a little knot in it. Just a little knot. Hopefully it will be, I could double knot it, I guess. Oh, I think that's gonna be fine. I think that's gonna be fine. And then I'm gonna cut it off because we just need enough to make a little tie, and we'll go back to the other side. Make it kind of small. Go through the hole. Oh, no, wait, yeah. And come on. Okay, cooperate, cooperate, cooperate. We're running out of time here. Okay, there we go. And another nice little knot. Okay, come on. You ever have a day when your fingers just don't want to cooperate? That is what's happening to me. Maybe I shouldn't do videos on Mondays. Okay, there's that. Now, again, you could glue these down or you can just leave them. I'm just going to leave this one because you get the idea about the gluing down. And I'm just going to fold this over because I know it's a little bit snug. Let's put our boarding pass in here. We got our boarding pass in here. We're going to go through and we're just going to write down. You could do the printed out ones and glue them on, or in this case, I'm just going to do my to-do / checklist. And then I'll make all my items that I want to remember to do, and I will go through. I did it, you guys. I did it upside down. All right. Well, so we're gonna do. We're gonna cover that with something. Maybe the airplane will go there. Anyway, so maybe this is gonna be our to-do / checklist. That's because I'm trying to hurry to make this not too long. And that's that. Okay. And so where's our ticket? Yeah, because we want our boarding pass, I think, to be right up front. And how's our passport gonna do back here? Should be fine. And we got our passport. It's gonna fit snugly in there. There you go. And then we're gonna tie it shut with a nice little tie. And when we decide where we're going, we're gonna fill that little part in. And there we go. So here we go. Let's do a quick little recap. We've got our generic book. It's gonna be wherever you wanna go. This is our little tropical or Hawaii booklet. And by the way, you might wanna stick a little pin in here. I definitely would do that. That way, you know, you're sitting at the airport and you want to remember something, you got a pen right with you. Got a little pencil in this guy. And tie it up. And now, all we have to do is make the reservations and start traveling. I hope you all enjoyed this. I got a little off track here, but I think it turned out pretty well. I really appreciate you guys. I'm amazed. I'm getting such lovely subscribers, and what a wonderful community to be welcomed into. And I so appreciate you guys and all of you and your watches and your kind comments and everything. And I will see you Friday, and we're going to start decorating the France and Flowers Red Toile Junk Journal. Thanks a lot, you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.